The most important part of any reading, right, is, believe it or not, you guys were taught this, the main idea. Now, in the basic fundamentals of English, right, the main idea only consists, guess what, of only 5. And what are the 5 things? You guys probably know most of it, okay? When you're reading a paragraph, right, you guys learn this. How do we find the main idea, everyone? Yes, okay, the first one is basically, it's in your first sentence. Okay? The second one that you guys obviously know is just in the last sentence. Okay? The third one, the most obvious, okay, it's gotta be title. Right? The title tells you, right? The title says David. Guess what it's gonna talk about? David. Okay? The other one that you guys probably don't, the other two you guys difficulty is this. Expressed in 2 sentences. So you have to read 2 sentences put together to find the main idea. Okay? And the last one that you guys have trouble with is probably is suggested but not written. Well, let's take a look. Here we go. First of all, first sentence. Okay? See? Now we're looking at the first sentence. Okay? It says Jake's family went on a camping trip. Okay? They went to a park by the ocean, right? They rode their bikes around the park, right? They cooked their food over the fire, right? Outside, right? They saw some deer. They came home Sunday afternoon. Okay, so if you take a look at this, the main idea is pretty obvious, right? The whole thing is talking about what? The camping trip, right? Okay. Now a lot of you guys confused. Okay, you're gonna say Jake's family. Really? They're not talking about the specifics of Jake's, is it? They're not going to talk about Jake's family is how many sisters they have, right? How many brothers they have. No. They're talking about something else. They're talking about the ocean, park of the ocean. They rode their bike, the fire outside, the deer, right? So that is basically covering what? That's just basically covering the trip. In particular, what type of trip? The camping trip. Okay? Now, that's the main idea. Please, I don't want you to. A lot of you guys get this confused. Subject and the main idea is something totally different. Okay. The other thing that I want to mention is the second thing, okay? The title. Let's take a look. The title is "Keep Your Teeth Clean" or "Keep Your Teeth Happy." Okay. Okay. So here we go. Brush your teeth 2 times every day. Okay. Use floss on your teeth before you go to bed. Right. Avoid eating things that stick to your teeth like candy and syrup. Right. Eat vegetables and fruits that don't cause cavities. Okay. So you're gonna go, yeah, but if I did it the other way, the first step, I took the first step, brush your teeth 2 times every day. That means brush your teeth is the main idea? Really? No, it can't be. The reason why, take a look at the sentence completely here. Okay? Avoid eating, right? And avoid cavities, right? So if you take a look at those 2 things, it can't be the first sentence. It can't be brush your teeth. Right? The main idea has to be from the title. Okay? Keep your teeth happy. Or actually, in this case, I can change it. Keep your teeth healthy. Right? That's the second step. The third one that everyone knows is probably the last sentence. Okay? Now, if you're looking for the last sentence, it goes like this here. For example, let's take a look at it. Okay? Potpourris, right, live in the ocean and sometimes in bays and rivers near oceans. Okay? Potpourris are mammals. Okay? Their babies are born alive and get their food from their mother's body. These animals live in the water, but they must come up for air. Cobras are very interesting animals. So what's the main idea? Take a look at the whole thing. If you look at the first sentence, like the first sentence, you potpourris live in the earth also. Okay, you're gonna say, okay, it's talking about potpourris. Yeah. But main ideas are not just one sentence things. And that's why you guys have trouble. Right? The first sentence that talks about potpourris, right? But what are we talking about, really? We're talking about the characteristics, what they do, how they live. So you have to give me a little bit more detail. Now, don't be afraid to use your own words, because most of you guys are like, okay, I need to take it exactly word for word out of the reading. No, you don't really have to do that. Honestly, okay? You have to make up your own ideas. Okay? So I can say potpourris are interesting animals, right? Or characteristics of potpourri, or what they do, or how they live, right? These can all be the main idea. Main ideas are not subject to basically going, okay, I have to take it out of the exact meaning. If you do that, then you're basically copying. The fourth one, you guys are gonna have trouble with this one, okay? The fourth one is probably the hardest one for you guys. And the reason why is because it's called suggested but not written. You're like, yeah, what am I supposed to do? Suggested but not written? Okay? How do I know that it's going to be suggested but not reading, right? Not written. Okay? Let's take a look at the sentence here. Okay, so hummingbirds love pink and red flowers. Okay, right? They guard their favorite flowers and try to keep other birds away. They fight one another for food. Their wings make a whirling sound. Okay? When the birds hover over flowers, okay, sipping nectar. Okay? The tiny birds fly long distances, right, to go to a winter climate for the winter. They make their tiny nest in shrubs and small trees, right? So if you take a look at it, you're gonna go to if you take a look at the first style, if it's in the first sentence, the hummingbirds love pink and red flowers, then you're subject to, the whole thing should be talking about red and pink flowers. Does it? No, it doesn't. Okay, let's say we put the last sentence. Let's look at the last sentence, okay? The tiny fly have long distances and go to winter, okay? They make tiny nests in shrubs. If you take a look at the last sentence, basically, hummingbirds, tiny nest and small shrubs and trees. Does it talk about only that? No. That's how you find out if it's correct or not. You need to find out if it's talking about the whole thing like that. You're gonna ask me, teacher, then you have to read the whole thing? Yeah, you do, but your eyes can skip. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you that later too. So the actual thing they're talking about, the characteristics of hummingbirds, or you can say the hummingbirds are interesting birds, or these are what hummingbirds do. Okay? It's up to you. The main idea comes from your head. Please do not try to take it out of reading. Okay? That's the number one problem. The last one, the fifth one of main idea, is that most main ideas are expressed in two sentences. You're like, yeah, okay, I don't understand. Can it be actually done that way? Yeah, watch this. Take a look at this. Eva wanted to surprise Cindy on her birthday. Okay? She decided to plan a picnic, okay, for her sister. She made 2 sandwiches, right, and put them in a bag. Okay? Then she put some cookies and bottles of water in the bag. When she told Cindy about the surprise, Cindy gave her sister a big hug, and the girls walked to the park. So main idea. Okay, if I take the first sentence as before, I said basically Eva wants to surprise Cindy on her birthday. So you're gonna say, okay, Cindy's birthday or surprise birthday, right? Does it talk about a surprise birthday? Yes, 50%, right? But the surprise birthday, does it really matter about the cookies or the bag or how blah blah? No, it doesn't. But the next sentence over, she decided to plan a picnic for her sister. Oh, cool. So now it changed. You put them together, what do you have? Cindy's birthday picnic or Cindy's surprise picnic birthday. Something like that. Or basically Cindy's birthday picnic surprise or something like that. Yeah? But the main idea is put those two sentences together. Now, before I wrap up the overview of reading, okay, let me talk to you about something. Okay? There are many subjects in reading. Okay? Now, the problem is, I found out in many years of teaching students, right, especially teachers just like you, right, is that basically it was really hard for me to teach students when they don't have interest. Okay? Now, think of it this way. You have to use your imagination. Okay? Imagine that you are making a lot of money by listening to this or doing this subject or reading this subject. Okay? Or use your imagination thinking that this is the most important thing in your life. That this subject is going to make your life different. The number one problem with students who have difficulty in reading or vocal is interest. I need you to have interest in each subject that you're reading about. If you're talking about hummingbirds, have interest. If you're talking about psychology, it might not be your major, but imagine that it is. Talking about philosophy, you might go, oh my god, I hate philosophy, right? But try to have interest. Okay? Sociology, philosophy, marketing, right? History, right? These are some of the boringest topics for most of you guys, your students, right? Most students have trouble in history, but does really good in science. Okay? That's because of your interest. I need you to do one thing. Before we go on, right? I want you to take a little bit of time for yourself and try to build interest in the topics that you're reading. Try it. That alone will increase your grades. Okay, now, thank you very much, and I'm going to be talking to you later about the other section.